Please, was ever seen an emperor in Rome thus overborne? Trouble confronted thus, and for the extent of legal justice used in such contempt. My lords, you know, as know the mindful gods, however these disturbers of our peace buzz in the people's ears, they naught have passed, but even with law, against the wilful sons of old Andronicus. And what an if his sorrows have so overwhelmed his wits? Shall we be thus afflicted in his reeks, his fits, his frenzy, and his bitterness? And now he writes to heaven for his redress. See, here's to Jove, that to Apollo, this to delicious Mercury, and this to the god of war, sweet scrolls to fly about the streets of Rome. What is this tomorrow but libeling against the Senate and blazoning our injustice everywhere?
My worthy lord, my lovely Saturnine, lord of my life, commander of my thoughts, calm me, and bear the faults of Titus's aid. The effects of sorrow for his valiant sons, whose loss have pierced indeed and scarred his heart, and rather comfort his distressed plight than prosecute the meanest or the best for these contempts. Why, that it should become high-witted tomorrow to close withal. But Titus, I have touched thee to the quick, thy lifeblood out. If Aaron now be wise, then all is safe. The anchor's in the port. How now, good fellow? Wouldst thou speak with us?
Yeah. And your Mr. Ship, the Imperial.
Empress I am, but yonder sits the Emperor.
Oh! God and St. Stephen give you good den. I have brought you this letter, and there's a pigeon in.
Take him away and hang him presently.
How much money must I have?
Come, Sarah, you must be hanged.
Hanged? By the lady!
Oh. Well, I suppose I brought my neck up to a good end. Is it that way?
Despiteful and intolerable wrongs. Shall I endure this monstrous villainy? I know from whence this same device proceeds. Babe be born, as if his traitorous, haughty sons have by my means been butchered wrongfully for the murder of my brother! Go, drag the villain hither by the hair, nor age nor honour shall shape privilege. For this proud mock, I'll be thy slaughterman, Titus. Sly, frantic wretch, that hopest to make me great, in hope thyself to govern Rome and me. What news with thee, Emilius?
Arm, my lord. Rome never had more cause. The Goths have gathered ahead, and with a power, high-resolved men bent to the spoil, they hither march amain under conduct of Lucius, son to old Andronicus, who threats in course of this revenge to do as much as ever Coriolanus did.
Is warlike Lucius general of the Goths? 'Tis he the common people love so much. Myself have often overheard them say, when I have walked like a private man, that they have thought Lucius' banishment wrongful. And they have wished that Lucius were their emperor.
Why should you fear? Is not your city strong?
Aye, but the citizens favour Lucius, and will revolt from me to succour him.
King, be thy thoughts imperious like thy name? Huh? Then cheer thy spirit. For know thou, emperor, I will enchant the old Andronicus with words more sweet and yet more dangerous than baits to fish or honey stalks to sheep. When one is wounded with the bait, the other rotted with delicious feed.
He will not entreat his sons for us.
If Tamora entreat him, then he will, for I can smooth and fill his aged ear with golden promises that were his heart almost impregnable. His old ear's deaf, yet should both ear and heart obey my tongue. Go thou before, be our ambassador. Say that the emperor requests a parley of warlike Lucius, even at his father's house, the old Andronicus.
Do this message honourably, and if he stand on hostage for his safety, bid him demand what pledge will please him best.
Now will I to that old Andronicus and temper him with all the art I have. And now, sweet emperor, be life again, and bury all of thy fear in thy devices.
And go successively, and plead to him.
Desirous of our sight they be. Therefore, great lords, be as your titles witness, imperious and impatient of your wrongs. And wherein great Rome have done you any scathe, let him make treble satisfaction.
Brave slip, sprung from the great Andronicus, whose name was once our terror, is now our comfort. Be bold in us, and we'll follow where thou leadest, and take revenge on the cursed Tamora.
Thank you. So who comes here, led by a lusty Goth?
Renowned Lucius, from our troops I did stray to gaze upon a most ruinous monastery, and as I did rest mine eye upon the ruined building, I did hear the cry of a baby from beneath the wall. Villain, if thy hue did not bewray whose brat thou art, thou couldst have been emperor. But where the bull and cow are both milk white, they do not begat a coal black calf. So, weapon drawn, I surprised the villain, rushed unto him, and brought him hither, for you to do with as you wish.
Worthy God. This is the devil incarnate that robbed Andronicus of his good hand. This is the pearl that pleased your empress eye. And here's the base fruit of his burning lust. Why dost thou not speak? What? Death! Huh? Not a word. Halter, soldiers. Hand him on this tree, and by his side this fruit of bust.
Catch down the boy! He's a royal blood!
Too much like the sire for ever being good. First hang the child, that he may see it sprawl. The sight to vex the father's soul will all. Get me a ladder.
Lucius, save the child! Bear it from me to the empress, and I'll show thee wondrous things that highly may advantage thee to hear.
speakest, thy child shall live, and I shall see it nourished.
If it please thee, show thee, Lucius, 'twill vex thy soul to hear that which I speak. For I must talk of murders, rapes, and massacres, acts of black night, abominable deeds, complots of mischief, treason, villainies ruthful to hear, yet piteously performed. And this all shall be buried by my death, unless thou swear to me my child shall live.
Tell on my mind. I say thy child shall live.
Swear it, and I will begin.
Even unto my God I swear I will.
First know thou I begot him on the Empress.
Most luxuriant and insatiate woman.
Oh, Lucius, 'twas but a deed of charity to that which thou shalt hear of me anon. 'Twas her 2 sons that murdered Bassianus. They cut thy sister's tongue and ravished her, and cut her hands and trimmed her as thou sawest.
Barbarous, beastly villains. Like thyself!
Indeed, I was their tutor to instruct them. That codding spirit had they of their mother. That bloody mind I think they learned of me. But let my deeds be witness of my work. I trained thy brethren to the guileful hole where the dead corpse of Bassianus lay. I wrote the letter that thy father found and hid the gold within the letter mentioned. I played the cheater for thy father's hand, and when I had it, almost drew myself apart with extreme laughter. I pried me within the crevice of a wall, when for his hand he had 2 sons' heads, beheld his tears, and laughed so heartily, both mine eyes were rainy like to his. When I told the Empress of this sport, she swooned almost at my pleasing tale, and for my tidings gave me 20 kisses.
Art thou not sorry for these heinous deeds?
Ah, that I had not done 1,000 more. Even now I curse the day, and yet I think few come within the compass of my curse. When I not did some notorious ill as kill a man or else devise his death, ravish a maid or plot the way to do it, accuse some innocent or forswear myself. I have done 1,000 dreadful things as willingly as one would kill a fly. And it grieves me heartily that I cannot do but 10,000 more.
Sirs, bring down the devil, for you shall not die so sweet a death as hanging presently.
Oh, wish I were a devil, that I might live and burn in everlasting fire, to have your company in hell to torment you with my bitter tongue!
Sirs! Stop his mouth. Let him speak.
Go on then, go on! Oh!
What's the news from Rome?
Lord Lucius, and you, princes of the Goths, the Roman Emperor greets you all by me, and for he understands you are in arms, he craves a parley at your father's house, willing you to demand your hostages, and they shall be immediately delivered.
What says our general?
Cornelius, let the emperor send his plugers unto my father and uncle Marcus. He will come.
March away!
Thus, in this strange and sad habiliment, I will encounter with Andronicus and say I am revenge, sent from below to join with him and right his highness wrongs. Knock his study, where they say he keeps to ruminate strange plots of dire revenge. Tell him revenge has come to join with him and work confusion on his enemies.
Titus! Titus! Oh, Titus!
Who
contemplation? Is it your trick to make me open the door, and all my sad decrees may fly away, and my study be to no effect? You are deceived. What I mean to do, see here in bloody lines I have written down, and what is written shall be executed.
Titus, I am come to talk with thee.
I am not mad. I know thee well enough. Witness this wretched stump. Witness these crimson lines. Witness these trenches of grief and care. Witness the tiring day and heavy night. Witness all sorrow, I know thee, for our proud empress, mighty Tamora, is not thy coming for my other hand.
No, thou sad man, I am not Tamora. She is thy enemy, and I thy friend. I am Revenge, sent from the infernal kingdom to ease the gnawing vulture of thy mind by working wreakful vengeance on thy foes. Come down and welcome me to this world's light. Confer with me of murder and of death.
Art thou Revenge? And art thou sent to me to be a torment to mine enemies?
I am, therefore, come down and welcome me.
Do me some service ere I come to thee. Lo, by thy side, where rape and murder stands. Show me that thou art Revenge. Stab them, or tear them on thy chariot wheels, and I'll come be thy wagoner.
These are my ministers, and come with me.
Are these thy ministers? What are they called?
Rapine and murder. Therefore called so, because they take vengeance of such kind of men.
Good Lord, how like the Empress' sons they are, and you the Empress. But we worldly men have miserable, mad, mistaking eyes. Oh, sweet Revenge, now do I come to thee. And if one arm's embracement will content thee, I'll embrace thee in it by and by.
All this confusion with him fits his lunacy. Whatever I forge to feed his brain sick fits, do you uphold and maintain in your speeches. For now, he firmly takes me for Revenge, and being credulous in this mad thought, I'll make him send for Lucius' son. And whilst I, at a banquet, hold him sure, I'll find some cunning practice, out of hand, to scatter and disperse the giddy Goths, or at least make them his enemies. See, here he comes. And I must ply my theme.
Long have I been for long, and all for thee. Welcome, dread fury, to my woeful house. Rapine and murder, you are welcome also. How like the Empress and her sons you are. Well are you fitted had you but a more. Could not all hell afford you such a devil? So, welcome as you are. Now, what shall we do?
What wouldst thou have us do, Andronicus?
Show me a murderer, and I'll deal with him. Show me a villain that's done a rape, and I shall be avenged.
Show me 1,000 that have done thee wrong, and I will be revenged on them all.
Go around the wicked streets of Rome, and when thou find'st one who is like to thee, good murder, stab him, for he's a murderer. Go thou with him, and when it is thy hap to find one who is like to thee, good Rapine, stab him, for he's a ravisher. Go thou with him, and in the emperor's court there is a queen attended by a Moor. Well mayest you know her by thy own proportion, for up and down she doth resemble thee. I pray thee, do on them some violent death. They have been violent to me and mine.
Well, hast thou lessoned us? This shall we do. But would it please thee, good Andronicus, to send for Lucius, thy thrice valiant son, who leads towards Rome a band of warlike Goths, and bid him come and banquet at thy house? I will bring in the Empress and her sons, the Emperor himself, and all thy foes. And at thy mercy shalt they stoop and kneel, and on them shalt thou ease thy angry heart. What says Andronicus to this device?
Marcus! My brother! 'Tis sad Titus calls. Go, gentle Marcus, to thy nephew Lucius. Thou shalt seek him out amongst the Goths. Bid him repair to me and bring with him some of the chiefest princes of the Goths. Tell him the Emperor and the Empress too feast at my house, and he shall feast with them. This do thou for my love, and so let him, as he regards his aged father's life.
This will I do, and soon return again.
Now, while I go about my business and take my ministers along with me.
Nay! Nay! Let rape and murder stay with me, or I'll cleave to no revenge but Lucius!
What say you, boys? Will you bide with him whilst I go tell my lord the Emperor how I have governed our determined jest?
I know them all, though they suppose me mad, and I'll overreach them in their own devices. A pair of cursed hellhounds, and they're damned.
Madam, departed pleasure. Leave us here.
Farewell, Andronicus. Revenge now goes to lay a complot to betray my foes.
I know thou dost, and sweet revenge, farewell.
Tell us, old man, how shall we be employed?
Tut, I have work enough for you to do. Soldiers, come hither, Caius and Valentine.
What is your will, sir?
Know you these two?
Aye. They are the Empress's sons, Caio and Demetrius.
Fie, Caius, fie! Thou art too much deceived. Murder is this one's name, and rape the other. Therefore, bind them!
Silence, prepare! We are the Empress's sons, and therefore we do what we are commanded. Stop! Close your mouths, let them not speak a word. Is he sure bound? Let them not escape.
Oft have you heard me wish for such an hour, and now I find it. Therefore bind them sure, and stop their mouths if they begin to cry. Look, thy foes are bound. Stop their mouths, let them not speak to me. But let them hear the fearful words I utter. Oh, villain, Chiron and Demetrius. There stands the spring, whom you have stained with mud. This goodly summer, with your winter mixed. You killed her husband. And for this vile fault, 2 of her brothers were condemned to death. Both my hands cut away and made a merry jest. Both her sweet you say to me if I should let you speak? Villains, for shame. You could not beg for grace. You know, your mother means to dine with me. Calls herself revenge. Thinks me mad. Hark, villains. I will grind your bones to dust. With your blood and it, I'll make a paste. And of that paste, a coffin will I rear. And make a pasty of your two shameful heads. And bid the strumpet, your unhallowed dam, like to the earth, swallow her own increase. Prepare your throats. Lavinia, receive the blood. Bring them in. I'll play the cook and see them ready. Against their mother come. Since it is my father's wish that I return to Rome, I am content.
And ours with thine, the fool what fortune will.
Good uncle, take you in the barbarous moor, the ravenous tiger, the accursed devil. Let him receive no sustenance, but fetter him till he be brought unto the empress for testimony of her foul proceedings. And see that the ambush of our friends be strong. Fear the emperor means no good to us.
What? Hath the firmament more sons than one?
What boots it thee to call thyself a son?
Rome's emperor and nephew, break the parley. These matters must be discussed in secrets. The feast is ready, which the careful Titus have ordained to an honourable end. For good, for love, for league, and for good to Rome. Please you therefore, draw nigh and take your places.
Welcome, gracious lord! Welcome, dread queen! Welcome, ye warlike Goths! Welcome, Lucius! Welcome all! Though the cheer be poor, will fill your stomachs, please you! Eat of it!
Why art thou thus attired, Andronicus?
Because I would it be well to have everything prepared to entertain your highness and the empress.
We are beholding to you, good Andronicus.
And if you knew my heart, you were. Yes. Of course. My lord the emperor, Resolve me this. Was it well done of rash Virginius to slay his daughter with his own right hand, because she was forced, stained, deflowered?
It was, Andronicus.
Your reason, mighty lord?
Because the girl should not survive her shame, and by her suffering still renew his sorrow.
A reason mighty, strong, and effectual, a pattern, precedent, and lively warrant. To me, most wretched, to perform the like. Die, Lavinia, and my sorrow die with thee. And with thy sorrow, thy father's sorrow die.
What hast thou done, unnatural and unkind?
Killed her, for whom my tears have made me blind. I am as woeful as Virginius was, and have 1,000 times more cause to be.
What? Was she ravished? Oh, tell us who did the deed!
Please, you eat! Your highness, please! Feed.
Why hast thou slain thine only daughter thus?
Not I. 'Twas Chiron and Demetrius. They wronged and ravished her, and 'twas they that did her all this wrong.
Go bring them hither to us presently.
They're both there, baked in that pie. Whereof their mother hath lately fed, eating the flesh that she herself hath bred.
Die, frantic wretch, for this accursed deed!
And the son behold his father bleed. It's meat for meat! Death for deadly death!
You, sad-faced men, people, and sons of Rome, by uproar severed like a flight of fowl, scattered by winds and high tempestuous gusts. Oh, let me teach you to knit again these scattered corns into one mutual sheath, these broken limbs into one body. My heart is not compact of flint nor steel, nor can I utter all of our bitter griefs, but floods of tears will break my oratory and drown it even in time when it should move you to attend me most, lending your kind commiseration.
Gracious auditory, be it known to you that cursed Chiron and Demetrius, it was them that murdered our emperor's brother, and it was them that ravished our sister. For their fell faults our brothers were beheaded, our father's tears despised, and basely cozened out of that true hand that fought Rome's call out, even sending enemies unto the grave. Lastly, myself, unkindly banished. The gates shut on me, and I turned weeping out to beg relief amongst Rome's enemies, who drowned their enmity in my own true tears, and opened their arms to welcome me as a friend. My scars, dumb although they are just. They can perceive that my report is full of truth. Soft. Methinks I do digress too much, citing my own worthless praise.
Bring in the prisoner. Now, it's my turn to speak. Behold, this child of this tomorrow was delivered, the issue of an irreligious Moor, chief, plotter, and architect of these woes. Now, judge, what cause Titus had to revenge these wrongs, past patience, unspeakable, and more than any other living man could bear. As he is to witness, this is true. And now that you know the truth, what say you, Romans? Speak! Romans! Speak! And if you say we shall know, hand in hand, Lucius and I will fall.
Come, come, thou reverend man of Rome, and bring our emperor gently in thy hand. Lucius, our emperor, for well I know the common voice do cry, it shall be so.
Long live Lord Lucius, Rome's royal emperor. Go. Go into old Titus' sorrowful house and hither hail that misbelieving Moor some direful slaughtering death as punishment for his most wicked life.
Thanks, gentle Romans. May I govern so, to heal Rome's harms and wipe away her woe. But soft, ye wait a while, for nature puts me to a heavy task. Sweet uncle, draw you near to shed obsequious tears upon this trunk.
Tear for tear, loving kiss for kiss. Thy brother Marcus tenders upon thy lips.
Come hither, boy.
Come.
Come, and learneth thee to melt in showers. Thy grandsire loved thee well. Take leave of him. Bid him farewell. Commit him to the grave. Do him this kindness, and bid him farewell.
Oh Lord, I cannot speak to him for weeping, and my tears will choke me if I open now.
You sad Andronici, have done with woes. Give sentence on this execrable wretch that hath been breeder of these dire events.
Set him breast deep in earth. There let him rant and rave and cry for food. If anyone relieves or pities him, for the offence he dies.
Why should wrath be me fury done? I am no baby, that with base prayers I should repent the evils I have done. 10,000 worse than ever yet I did do would I commit if I might have my way. One good deed in all my life I did. I do repent it from my very soul.
Some loving friends convey the emperor hence. Bid him be buried near his father's grave. My father and Lavinia shall forthwith be buried in our household's monument. As for that heinous tiger Tamora, no mourning rite, nor man in mourning woods, no mournful burial shall ring hers, but feed her instead to beasts and birds of prey. Her life was beast-like, and devoid of pity, and as such shall have like want of pity. See justice done on Aaron, that damned Moor, by whose misfortunes our heavy haps had their beginning. Then, after a while, to order well the state, that such events may ne'er it likely to ruin.